I just want you guys to know I hate you all. Anyways, welcome back. Christian, the Haver Cardman here, coming back at you with another video today. And this time, we're doing the 100 subscriber special, the hot pepper Q&A. If you haven't been following along with my Twitter, basically, I'm going to be eating some hot peppers and answering your guys' questions. Sorry about that, just had to fix some quick exposure. But anyways, yeah, you guys all voted for this. The other options were a jump scare challenge, trying to laugh challenge, and a saltine challenge. And I should have figured you guys would vote this. And Sir Scrub, I'm looking at you. And just because you voted for this so harshly, your questions are going last, because I know you like that. So, and also you asked the most questions, so you're going last. All right. So, I guess I'll let you guys know what this is today before I get into it. It's basically, for every question, I gotta eat a little bit of habanero. I've got one glass of milk to get me through this all. I'm gonna try to save as much as I can for the end to keep myself alive. And yeah, basically I gotta eat hot peppers while I'm answering your guys' questions. So thankfully the question pool was not too large. And really quickly before we get into this, I want to thank you guys so much for getting me to 100 subscribers so quickly. We just started this channel in February. It is currently May 7th, and you guys have blown the subscribe count out of the water. This is like insane how fast this channel is growing, and you guys are all amazing people. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this today. So first question we have here is from the deck to the YouTube. Will you regret this? Yes, I already regret it, and I haven't even started eating peppers yet. And since that is the first question, down the hatch, boys. Ooh, there's a good piece. I gotta find a good piece here. I gotta give you guys the good content. Honestly, if I have to torture myself to give you guys good content, I guess it works. I love you guys. Here we go. Also, I just want you to know it's like 7:30 in the morning as I'm doing this. I'm still in my pajama pants, just so you know. Ow! No. This is gonna be so much torture. Why did I take this challenge? Gotta keep going. Okay. Bear X Bear Yu-Gi-Oh! Asks, favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Memory from real life? My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Memory in real life is when my best friend, when I was really young, gave up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And he gave me his deck, which had Dark Magician and Summon Skull. Oh. Two cards that I absolutely love. Oh, I can't do this. Oh no, there's no way. Oh my god, guys. No. 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 It burns so much. Oh, you guys. Why? For logical health reasons, I cannot continue with the pepper part of this video. This was a full gallon of milk when I started. I'm gonna need to hit the store again thanks to you guys. You're welcome. It still burns. A lot. I forgot how much raw habaneros hurt. I'm never gonna revisit this. Never. Next time, Jump scare challenge all the way. That I can do. This, dear God, no. I'm usually okay with spicy. This is too much. I just spent easily the last 5 minutes in the bathroom because I needed to get away from the camera and I needed to chug some milk. I don't know why the bathroom was my first choice, but it was. And it still burns. I just want you to know I do this for you guys and for the content. Okay, let's continue with the Q&A. My mouth is still burning. I'm gonna count that as good enough. I'm sorry for all of you that I just disappointed, but there's no way I can finish an entire habanero pepper. Okay, so to finish Barrack's Bear's question, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh moment from my life, like in real life, was, like I said, back when I was young. My friend and I hung out. He stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh. He never really played to begin with. He just had a deck that happened to have Dark Magician and Summon Skull in it. I still have the copy of Dark Magician. And those were just like some of my favorite cards growing up, and I just felt I had to have them because, you know, they were Yu-Gi's main cards. It really felt right that I have them, and I was obsessed with them, so... And I didn't really have much IRL Yu-Gi-Oh experience growing up because not many people in my town play Yu-Gi-Oh, so that's kind of where that was. Next question. Okay, so the next question comes from Edgar H, or at Bulkista on Twitter, and his question was, do you think Yu-Gi-Oh should use Yu-Gi-Oh! LOD Link Evolution as the official online simulator? Should it be on the Switch to have its category on Nats? I don't understand the second question, so I'll answer the first one as best I can. So I have never played LOD Link Evolution, so I really couldn't say. Honestly, I think what Konami should do is it should either try to buy out Dueling Book or YGO Pro and have those be its official online simulator. Because those are both beautiful simulators, and honestly, I feel like Dueling Book would be the better one. Just because it gives players the more, like, on-hands experience, more manual experience, so you actually have to, like, learn the cards and read them, and you have, like, more interaction rather than just doing a bunch of clicking, like you do on YGO or EDO Pro. So, that's my thought. Like I said, I haven't played LOD Link Evolution. I think it's probably more like EDO Pro, which is fine. I think it'd probably be an okay one. It almost feels a little bit more like Duel Links in terms of like playstyle and like how the game functions and all that. And I'm not a huge fan of Duel Links. I have it and I play it, but it's not like my favorite version of the game. So I don't know. I'd have to say probably no. I don't think that should be their main simulator for online play, but I mean, it's probably good for the time being. It's better than having nothing for sure, especially during a time like this in the quarantine. You know, you need to be able to play with other people online since you can't go to locals and play. Which, I mean, I couldn't do to begin with, but I still buy cards. So, and I can't find it, but I know that from the Deck the YouTube left another question that I believe, other than Prank Kid's Place, where do you live? And I'm not going to answer this question fully just because I don't want to reveal everything. I don't want to just give away my location on the internet. But you can expect me to live somewhere around this area, somewhere in there. Good enough. So anyways, next questions goes to Sir Scrub. It's Scrub Tier Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely go check him out, by the way. Awesome guy. These are all awesome creators that have actually given me questions, so be sure to go check them out. I'll probably have their links down in the description for you guys. So, first question is, besides Prank Kids, what's your favorite deck? And that is Heroes, hands down. Not necessarily like the meta heroes. I'm more of like an old school hero where you're bringing out like Flare Wingman or Flame Wingman, Shining Flare Wingman, you know, just all those like OG fusions, like GX era type stuff. I know it's not meta relevant, but I love the deck and I've been playing it for like years. So, and I might work on building a version of it that can be kind of consistent. So, be keeping an eye on that for the future. Just so you know. Alright, next question. Who inspired you to become a content creator? This one is actually goes a long way back. Actually, let me look it up here. I have like pretty much an exact name. So the person that inspired me to become a content creator in the first place is Forest Fire 101. That's right, the guy who did the Duck song. And not because of the Duck song, I didn't realize it was him at first, but it was because of all of his Lego stop motion animations. And for some context, I started doing YouTube when I was 10 years old, and the first thing I started doing was Lego videos. I did like these different Lego like minifigure constructions. I did like a Lego safe, all this other stuff. And then I started doing some stop motion animation because I watched it like nonstop. I was doing like pretty much nothing but watching nonstop stop motion animation. And my biggest one was Forest Fire 101. He was super talented, had a lot of good stuff. And I think he's gone on to do some pretty big things now. So he was initially what got me into doing YouTube and what kind of kept me going. There were other content creators along the way that like kept me inspired. Especially when I got into film. Peter McKinnon was a big one. Casey Neistat was another. They both really inspired me to keep going. They kept me pushing. And then when I got to Yu-Gi-Oh, I didn't really have any content creators in Yu-Gi-Oh that like inspired me right away. It's more so I inspired myself or like pushed myself at the beginning, and then once I met everyone else in the Coalition of Scrubs, they inspired me even more and kept me going even harder. So huge thank you to all of you guys for just making me an awesome content creator. I mean, I know obviously you haven't like made me, but you have helped me get to where I am now, and you guys are all super awesome. And without you, I definitely would not be right here right now doing this. So next question, because he gave me several. He really wanted to see me eat a lot of hot peppers. Well, joke's on you, Scrub. I couldn't even make it through one. So next up, if you could replay any past format, which would you choose and why? And I would choose the GX format. I don't know if that's like an actual format because I never was like into the meta until last September. No, yeah, I think last November, something like that. I hadn't really been involved in any sort of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh or any sort of meta or anything. I just, it was like the playground days where you just be out there with your friends playing a couple games, which I didn't even really get to experience that much. I had like maybe a few people in preschool that had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but they didn't play, and it was just one of those things. I never really had the experience, but that's why I'd love to go back to the GX format, because once again, I love Elemental Heroes. Like, they have been my favorite deck for years, and I've obsessed over them for years. I still have like a lot of the original cards from back when I started playing, like OG Burstinatrix, Sparkman, Flame Wingman, Shining Flare Wingman, Clayman, Bubbleman. Like, I have all of them kind of deteriorating and falling apart because they've been really heavily played, and I didn't use sleeves back then, of course. But, I even still have my first copy of Polarization, which is beat to hell right now. But my dad had to go and special order that card because I couldn't pull it anywhere, and I didn't realize there was like certain sets that would come out in like certain ways you had to get it. So I thought it was a super rare card, and it really annoyed me. But he ended up going out of his way and bought me a copy. So thank you, Dad, for that. Super awesome dude. So yeah, that's why I'd replay that past format, just because I feel like it's a missed part of my childhood. I would have loved to have had that experience growing up, but I'm kind of sad that I didn't. But at the same time, I'm happy to be where I am now. If I could delete one deck / archetype from the card pool permanently, which one and why? And it's technically not released yet, but Dragmas. I would instantly delete Dragmas. I hate them, and I hate them. I know that in my Celebrate Great Prank Kids deck profile, I was able to beat them with that deck, but just how much extra deck hate there is in that main deck and how consistent it is. It's just like, it's one card combos that can just like shut out an extra deck and say, screw you, you're not allowed to do anything that you were intending to do to begin with. And it's just more degenerate than like Eldritch or Adamantipator's, and I really don't like it. Like, honestly, with just a couple of hits on the ban list, they could definitely make Adamantipator's a lot more balanced. Eldritch, probably same scenario. I mean, or even just like a rule change or something. Like, there's so much they can do that can just easily balance those two archetypes. With Dragmas, they're always going to be extra deck hate, and a lot of the decks I play love the extra deck, and I love playing with the extra deck. Like, my favorite type of summoning or favorite type of monsters are fusion monsters. And if you have a deck that just says, hey, I'm going to hate on everything about that, it's just not fun anymore. For me, it's not a fun experience. At least with Adamantipator's and Eldritch, I can have fun trying out interactions and seeing if I can play around their stuff, which most of the times I can't because I'm playing rogue strategy, so I'm not really going to be able to beat them, but it's still more fun to try. Dragmas, that is a whole different ball game, because they just put out a few things and say like, hey, I'm going to at least like delete half your extra deck and say you can't play the rest. I don't like that. It's so uninteractive and not very fun at all. I'm going to work on finding a way to beat it because it is such an annoying deck already, even though it's not released on the TCG yet, and it's just driving me insane. Alright, so okay, so that's all the questions he had. I think that's all the questions we have today in total. Oh, actually, I think I found... Nope, never mind. Yep, that's all the questions we have for today, guys. So thank you again so much for 100 subscribers. I'm sorry I didn't make it all the way through this, eating hot peppers, but, like, there's no way. I had this much left. I had one of these pieces, and that was enough to make me, like, drink over half a gallon of milk on my own, just so I didn't, like, burn to death. There is no way I would have been able to do the rest of this, well, I guess probably about 17-minute Q&A with that much milk. There's no way. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today. And I think that's probably all I'm going to have for you guys for the 100 subscribers special. Let's go ahead and try to hit that 250 mark so we can get some more specials coming out for you guys. Until then, I'll just continue to make you guys some awesome Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. So thank you all again so much for watching today. I hope to see you all in the next video. Remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button, as well as hitting the bell notification so you can stay updated on all of my future uploads. And I hope to see you guys all in the next video. Remember to have fun and make your move. Peace out.